All right, welcome back to the KnivesFAST channel. Say hello to Ren and Stimpy, Powder Toast Man, Login TV, and let's get started right here. And if you're not subscribed to the KnivesFAST channel, guys, you should fix that because we have a lot of fun, and hit that notification bell so you know when I am live and when I have new video content and so on and so forth. But I am very excited to get to this review right here. This is the Spyderco Gayle Bradley 2. I have been excited to check this knife out for some time, and when our buddy JRMZ, also known as Jose, but when he reached out and asked if I'd like to see a few knives, this was on his list, and I'm like, yes, please. Very excited about it. Again, it is the Bradley 2 from Spyderco. There you go. It's one of their Taiwanese, Taiwan knives, and there you go. So, really interesting looking knife. It's a shape and a profile that has excited me for quite some time. Spyderco does a really good job with ergonomic shapes and profiles that appeal to me. Now, I know a lot of people don't really like the leaf-shaped blade and the hump in the blade, but for me, it is money ergonomically, and it is something I really enjoy. So, it's one I definitely wanted to get in hand and check out. And I absolutely love this knife with one exception. And yes, we'll get to the exception in just a moment. Most of you probably already know what it is. So you do have a typical Spyderco here with the tip up, tip down, all four sides, all four places, both sides is what I'm trying to say. So left and right. And for the pocket clip there, it is pre-drilled. You do have these flat G10 and carbon fiber scales. They are slightly, they're chamfered, they're very nice. They are slightly smaller than the liners. The liners do stand proud ever so slightly, but again, all these screws except the pocket clip screws, which by the way, it does not come with a deep carry clip, but I'm sure you can get one from Lynch or MXG or whatever you want. But you know me, I like the one that I can get out of my pocket really easily. Again, G10 and carbon fiber mixed. Really good ergonomics. Now, if you give it a flick, you end up with this beautiful M4 blade with a hollow grind. Holla! Okay, fine. Yeah, I know. Pretty terrible, but beautiful. Look at that finish, guys. Just gorgeous. And that's one of the reasons this has spoken to me. Now, you got the Gayle Bradley information here. You got Taiwan there, Taichung, Taiwan, and you got Spyderco CPM M4 over there. Really, really, and of course you got the bug there. You got to have the spider. Very, very cool. Now, that blade does come really close to the edge, and you can touch the tip of that blade with your finger. Now, are you going to on a regular basis? Probably not, but I do wish it was a little, just slightly bigger to keep that from doing it. But it's one of the things I definitely wanted to point out. As far as centering, I'm going to look at it off camera because it's confusing me. It may be off slightly to the clip side, ever so slightly, but really, really close. And as far as lockup, you have, I don't know, almost 50 there. No blade play, bank vault tight, guys. This thing is not going anywhere. And as far as ergos, guys, for me, money with the thumb ramp and the jimping where it's at, it just feels great. Now, there's no place to choke up. Don't try it. That is a sharpening tool. And again, by the way, you do have a really nice 90-degree plunge there like Spyderco does so that you have a nice clean exit to the edge. And I just love the way that carbon fiber moves in the light and the way it looks. Look at that. Really, really cool. Again, the handle bends out in here in the middle of your palm, and it just feels wonderful. You do feel the clip, but it is not a hot spot for me. I have plenty of handle left over in my 4-inch hands. Really well done in that regard. So again, just super nice. And then let's go back to this hollow grind, guys. You know, this is somebody else's knife, and so I haven't abused it. I've definitely used it. I've cut boxes. I've cut, cardboard. I've cut paper. and to cut open a couple of boxes and things like that. I'm not going to do anything crazy, and I don't usually do cut testing on camera with somebody else's knife because I don't know how the edge comes to me, if it's his edge, their edge. But let me just say, every time I have had M4 in hand, it has just annihilated stuff. So I'm going to do this just because, yeah, I know how this is going to do. Again, I don't know if this is the factory edge. JR didn't tell me, but holy moly. And again, that's with every material. I did this a few minutes ago with some little cordage here. Just a little slice, guys. That's it. Nice and clean on the cut. I mean, just I'm going to do more of instead of slicing, I'm just going to pull it through. Just look at that. It is absolutely a ridiculous blade here. I can do some cardboard too because I got some sitting right here. But just money. I mean, whoops. I'm not holding on to the cardboard well. That was my fault. But yeah, just clean. Everything I have cut with it. And I'm going to leave a mess on the table now. But really, really nicely done on that grind. It is just mean and nasty. I just really dig it. Now, we'll give you some specs. So, okay, let me tell you. So this is available a lot of places right now, which, oh, by the way, we are going to talk about my one issue in just a minute, so hang tight. I was saving that for the pièce de résistance. I don't know if I said that right. But so this is available just about anywhere for just under $200, $197. I've seen it at Blade HQ. I've seen it at where I'm at right now, which is DLT, Knife Center. DLT has it for $197, $198 actually. Blade length is 3.66. The overall is 8.48, so a perfect size for me, just over just under 8.5 inches. 4.82 on the handle. 0.118 on the blade thickness. Yeah, please. Nice and thin. CPM M4, carbon fiber and G10 handle. 2.4 ounces. So really good. I mean, again, there's some really nice skeletonization inside there. Let's see. There you go. Let me do it from this side. Yeah. Not a lot, but they're thicker liners, so little holes like that make a big difference. Yeah, so really, really well done. And again, it's a liner lock, of course. Now, speaking of the liner lock, lock bar access. It doesn't exist. That's the best way to put it. Now, this has a reputation that the lock bar access is not good. And that is absolutely true. You have to cram your thumb down in there or your thumbnail or whatever it is, and it is tight. It is not good. Not good. I would give it kind of a fail on that in my mind because it's just not great. Now, thumb flick comes out really, really well. When you are able to disengage, if you get it past the detent, it is a shake shut, is not a drop shut. As far as middle finger flick, let's see if I can do it on camera. Yep. Comes out really, really well in that regard as well. Really dig this knife, guys. I just wish, and again, I guess if you had it, you could go in here and do some of your own mods and kind of cut yourself a little relief there to get to the lock bar, and that would probably be a whole lot better, and I've heard of people doing that. But I wish that was perfect, and I wish, well, I said I had one issue, so the second one is I wish that they brought this out just slightly more so that tip wasn't something that I would accidentally grab in my pocket. Now, as far as in the pocket, does ride with that much sticking out, but it rides in the pocket really thin, and you can get your hand in here. You guys know I love that. Rides to the outside of your pocket, this hump, so you have just a nice smooth area, and hopefully you're not going to get your hand over here anyway towards that tip. You're grabbing it like this, so very, very good. And the blade is not any issue back here. You do have barrel spacers back there, really, really nicely done. So there you go, guys, a $200 knife. I really dig it with those one minor exception and one little larger exception. And that's it, the Gayle Bradley 2. Thank you, JRMZ, for sending this one along. He has been a huge supporter of the channel. I really appreciate him and all of you folks. Thank you so much for watching, and for please give me a comment down below. Give me a thumbs up, and thanks ever so much for watching the KnivesFAST channel.